to another dun dun anime review, and today we're reviewing Sailor Moon. Now sit back and relax. I'm here to tell you all about it. Usagi Tsukino, or Serena in English, is an average student crybaby klutz who constantly scores low on her tests. Unexpectedly, her humdrum life is turned upside down when she sees a cat with a crescent moon on its forehead from danger. The cat's name is Luna. Later revealed that their meeting was not an accident. Usagi, which means Betty in Japanese, is destined to become Sailor Moon, a planetary guardian with the power to protect the Earth. Given a special brooch that allows her to transform, she must use her new power to save the city from evil, energy-stealing monsters sent by the malevolent Queen Beryl of the Dark Kingdom. But getting accustomed to her powers and finding villains are not the only things she has to worry about. She must find the lost princess of the Moon Kingdom and the other Sailor Guardians and the legendary Silver Crystal in order to save the planet from destruction. And this was one of my, besides Tokyo Meme, this is my first show I got an anime in, and I love them because after each episode, it taught you about like a very good value at the end of each episode. Total, there is a revamped version of Sailor Moon Crystal, which is the reboot version of all the season, but it rushes a lot, but I'm not getting that series. I'm focusing on the original 90s ones. In total, it has 46 episodes for the first season. It aired 1992 to February 1993. And it ended. It is a demons-minded romance and shoujo. Each episode is 24 minutes long. It's rated PG-13 and has like around 6 to 7 seasons. So, this is the first season. The sequel is Sailor Moon R, and the other one is Sailor Moon Crystal is an alternate version, and there are many more. There's a lot of seasons to this series. But let me introduce you to the other Sailor Scats. This is Sailor Mars, or Ray. Focus. This is, where is she at? Sailor Venus, Sailor Jupiter, and Sailor Mercury, Amy. And then this is Tuxedo Mask. I'm trying to see the cat, sir. That's Luna, and that's Artemis. And back here are all the villains and other sidekick, and that's Queen Beryl, and these are the other villains and friends that you will meet along the way. Now, speaking of Sailor Moon, let me check. This is another series, Sailor Moon, the Sailor Moon Super, where you'll introduce the Shiba Moon, Sailor Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus, and each season the outfits will always change. But today we're only solely focusing on the first season of Sailor Moon. Now, what you might be wondering, Yasmin, why do you have such a passion for this 90s anime? It's not often that from your childhood that you live up to these wonderful memories and you look back on them. Because overall, Sailor Moon was a good anime that I actually really enjoyed and will literally watch again. I'll probably rewatch it after I'm done with this anime review. But like, you're never too old to go back to your old childhood shows and like pick up things that you kind of missed when you were younger, but now you catch them as you were an adult. It was that state of mind that entered my viewing of Sailor Moon, mostly from a desire to release some nostalgia from my youth. I could truly say that it exceeded my expectation and left all those fond memories intact. And like most anime fans of my age, Sailor Moon was one of the first series that I watched. It is one of those titles that many people know the anime from the outside of the anime fan base. Though it's probably not the first musical anime, it does, in my opinion, define the entire genre. The first thing that is going to come to make people's attention is going to be the artwork and sound quality. When comparing to today's standards, it looks primitive and plain. The music is particularly, I loved it. And I doubt it was, each time each season would go around, and I need this to stop being blurry. There you go. You know, it was the 90s. They did the best what they could work with. I actually love the music and sound effects. The show can really use the The show did do a complete remastering of it, but like when the remastering of it happened, they just rushed a lot of things. It just rushed a lot of character introductions and things like that. Like I said, that'll be another video for another time. The voice acting is really strong both in English and in sub. The actors did a good job in portraying the character through some of the performance, particularly from the villains, are pretty nice too. Animation-wise, the color styles are typical what you expect from this era. The color feels plain and washed out a little, but we don't have a lot of details that many from modern shows have. This is not to say it's bad, but I hate when it's just me when I'm talking and I'm on a roll on my tangent. It's not bad. It's really just not fair to compare it to a newer show because technology has changed so much. But I still think it's still relevant. I gain appreciation for it as the series unfolds. I think most people will as well. Overall, the story is something that Sailor Moon does expectedly well. From the start, we get a sampling of a bigger danger to come. And it moves along fairly slowly. In the beginning, we get introduced to Yusei or Serena, depending on which one you watch it in sub or dub. Who quickly becomes Sailor Moon and start fighting the enemy. Over the course of the first half of the series, the other Sailor warriors start to appear as we learn more about them and their past and build their friendship amongst each of them. The plot does a great job of telling the origin of the Sailor warriors. Start to appear Sailor Warrior and for the reason for the villains to attack. The last half in particular was very interesting and exciting. As the romance, there is a lot of it about Sailor Moon. It treats the viewers to a serious, realistic feeling relationship that puts in a modern counterpart to shame. I have found it to be the most compelling and rewarding part of the show. The action is something that isn't that interesting now in my adult years, but it was as I was a kid. It was the simplistic and formulaic, which was totally fine because you had this series that went on for like a couple 6 to 8 seasons, so they gotta work what they gotta work with. Plus, all the characters are very interesting. Like, look at this. Like, even though this animation was simple and plain, I still loved the show. The enemies change, but after a while, they all seem the same. They get defeated in the same way, and action itself never gets to be that exciting. Most of the show's battles are very short, as well, and Sailor Moon's various special abilities take up most of them. They got a little long and boring as well after 20 times seeing them, and anyone expecting or desiring test manual action special effects, you'll be disappointed, but think about it. This was a child TV show. They had to work what they got back in the 90s, and trust me, I know, I am a 90s kid. It wouldn't be a magical girl show without the famous transformation cutscenes. Sailor Moon has plenty of these, and they get to be a bit unwieldy at times as the cast grows. Sailor Moon is the longest, but the other Sailor Moons are pretty short, which is good. Plus, we're having to watch Yusei or Serena transfer every time. We often don't have to watch all the others, or we get a shortened version. This is good because it takes away from the story. The real shining light of Sailor Moon is the character. Yusei, or Serena, as the lead, is one of my favorite characters in the anime. She starts out as a bit of annoying or crying and stuff, but she really shines as a comedic character. She managed to grow during the course of the series and become stronger and more courage. She has several love interests requests to be more active. Eventually this grows into a more serious relationship, which I found very satisfying. Mori, or Tuxedo Mask, is the main love interest, and both are complex, abilities for each other's alter egos. I also find it's amusing that he couldn't tell Yusei was Sailor Moon when they look and act exactly alike. All the other Sailor Warriors, Amy and Ray, get the most screen time since they are brought pretty on early in the series. The conflict between Yusei and Ray were pretty amusing most of the time, though it did wear me over time. My personal favorite of the girls was Maiko, or Sailor Jupiter. I liked her a lot from her childhood, and that continues today. She's one of the funnier characters, especially when she finds someone new who reminds her of our senpai, who broke her heart. Because the last girl to be brought in was probably the least interesting, since she was brought near the end there, and wasn't enough time to really bring out her personality or give us much information on her in the past. Think about it. Sailor Jupiter kind of reminds me of me because she acts more like a tomboy than anything else. Besides, her character design, out of all the girls, either are given knee-high boots like Sailor Moon and Sailor Mercury, but while the rest of them either wear some type of high heels or strap, while Sailor Jupiter wore boots, which I thought was really interesting. We really don't get much about her past. I know she's a tomboy, she's a really good cook, and every guy she comes encounter with reminds her of her senpai, which I have no idea how that works into everything. And the cast of the numbers of supporting cast which are really fun. Yusei's school friends are constantly getting into danger, and a nice little side story romance develops there. Luna serves as an advisor to the group and serves as the resident cute animal that accompanies most magical girls on their adventures. Overall, I can't recommend this series enough. Every fan of anime should at least see this show at least once. I would give it a 10 out of 10 because personally it's just my favorite. and I just love the series as a whole. It was my favorite. Look at all these side characters, like all of them. Overall, it was a good series that I thoroughly enjoy. I'm literally gonna probably watch it again as we speak when this review is over. If you have not seen Sailor Moon, or you have, go check it out. Comment down below in the comment section which one is your favorite Sailor Scout, or which season of Sailor Moon was your favorite. I really enjoy the opening and ending of this Sailor Moon. I love all the characters, especially Jupiter. Come on, tomboy cooking. Like, if you like a nostalgia show, this is definitely one for you to watch, including Tokyo Mew Mew. But Sailor Moon is by far my go-to OG anime to watch. So check it out. Comment down below which one of these characters are your favorite. And I'll see you next time for another dun anime review. And I'll see you next time. Do 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 do.